moment, and just to give you a sense of how important this is to the whole university, I want to recognize the many regents in our audience: Constance Rice, Blaine Tamaki, Rogelio Riojas, Linda Rhodes, Leonard Forsman, Alexis Harris, the faculty regent, Dave Zeke, and our student regent, Kendra Rustin. Thank you so much for all the support that you give us all the time. And we also have just so many dignitaries and so many folks from across the university in the audience. I can't possibly, but all of our deans, our provosts, vice presidents, VPs, stand up for a second. I want to tell you a little secret. They do the real work. Thank you so much. This is my absolutely favorite annual tradition. And it's so wonderful to see so many familiar faces and some new ones. And that's what it's all about, is, putting all that together. And I'm not going to sugarcoat things. These are probably the most challenging times I can think of. And we've had a lot of challenging times, no question about it. But we need to, especially during challenging times, to take a moment to celebrate, to build joy, to build community, because that's what will give us strength, because it's going to be a hard time for a while, let's just be honest. And so we need to put that aside for a second and focus on this fabulous, fabulous community that we have here. And as you see our students, you will recognize that when we get to the other side of this moment, our future is bright, no question about it. I want to thank you all for your incredibly your caring, your attention, your support. These are precious gifts that you're giving to our students, and quite frankly, to all our community. They represent a promise to them and to each other that we remain dedicated to our values. Our values do not change, even in the face of opposition and pushback. There's no question. There are times when you can run, and there are times when you stand still a little bit more. But we keep moving forward, no question about it. And we are steadfast in our commitment to the success of the fabulous students that you're going to hear about tonight. And we're also never going to stop achieving our vision and working towards our vision of creating an equitable learning environment for all our students. There are some people out there who will tell you that diversity and excellence are in opposition to each other. They go hand in hand. There are people who will tell you that access and excellence are in opposition to each other. This university is about access to excellence. You can't have one without the other. And that commitment is rock solid. And so celebrations like this one matter. But so does the incredible work that we do day to day. Many of you unrecognized, many in the background, because that's what contributes so much. That's what allows us to have something so amazing to celebrate. And through your teaching, learning, service, and philanthropy, you have opened countless doors to students. You make it possible, for example, for students to actually engage in things like research and volunteer work, etc., because they might not have to work quite as many hours a day because of the scholarships that they get through OMA&D. There's no question. And your impact matters today, and it'll matter for generations, for the people whose lives will change because of the opportunities of our student experience happens right now. I can tell you, for example, one of my own students who was recognized here, I don't know how many years ago, and she is now she came here, she had come to the U.S. With her mother from Mexico. They were partly leaving from domestic violence. She lived in a car for a number of years. She came here, and her goal was to be a bank teller. That seemed like a high bar. And there's nothing wrong with being a bank teller, I want to be clear. Nothing wrong with that at all. But, you know, she was in a class with me, she asked the best questions possible. I asked her to come do research with me. She got a full ride scholarship for a clinical psychology program at Duke. She is now a full professor at San Diego State University, getting huge grants. She's gotten faculty mentor awards, and she's doing work on Latina health. That is what I mean by for generations. She is now mentoring the next generation. We're all paying it forward. And when you see the faces of these students today, think about where they're going to be 10, 20, 30 years from now, because they will be paying it forward. And a generational change is really what it's all about. And it's important to take the long view. We believe, as in Dr. King's words, that the moral arc of the university is long, sometimes too long, but it does bend towards justice if we keep on pushing, and we will. For me, today is a little bit bittersweet because it's my last one as president of the university, but I want to be clear. I'm going to be out there as a regular person on the dance floor, you know, mixing it up, no question. I'm coming back because this is fun. And it's an incredible honor each year to publicly recognize the incredible work of the Office of Minority Affairs and Diversity. Again, sometimes they work in the background, sometimes it's not obvious the work that they do. Tonight you will see how important it is. And also to celebrate the impact of Friends of the Educational Opportunity Program. It makes a huge difference. Together, you've created countless opportunities for students, and you really embody our promise of access to excellence. So I want to thank you for allowing me to be part of the journey. We focus today on how OMA&D is a home for our students. I can tell you when I came here as a brand new faculty member, I interviewed here when I was 29, 38 years ago. I haven't, you know, aged a bit since then. But it was a home for me. There were even less people that looked like me and believed in things like me than then. OMA&D was a home. And in fact, at one point, there was one point where I was thinking about, and it was the VP of OMA&D, Myron Ecoletta, who talked to the provost, who then came in and said, let's work together, we want you to stay. So OMA&D is responsible for my being here this long. No question about it, so let's thank OMA&D. And your generosity, all of you out there, fuels our ability to do this critical work that is more critical now than ever, and your commitment to our shared vision, values, and future allows us to live up to our values. So thank you, thank you, thank you, and I'll be back.
Right. Thank you so much, President Cauce. We look forward to welcoming you back, dance floor and all, next year. At this time, please welcome our amazing presidential scholar, OMA&D. Congratulations. Please join me again in congratulating OMA&D, the 2025 Presidential Achievement Scholar. And thank you again, President Cauce, and congratulations. It is now my pleasure to introduce our next presenter. He leads university inclusion, diversity, and belonging efforts at the University of Washington, as well as OMA&D programs and partnerships that broaden college access, student support, and success, that enhance diversity related to teaching and learning. Joining the university in 2016, he has been a highly regarded leader for diversity efforts in higher education for more than 20 years. In addition to his leadership in OMA&D, he also serves as the University Diversity Officer. A longtime advocate for access and student success, please join me in welcoming to the podium Vice President of OMA&D and University Diversity Officer, Ricky Hall.
Thank you, Jeanette. friends, colleagues, scholars, honored guests, I am pleased to welcome you to the Office of Minority Affairs and Diversity's annual celebration. I am delighted that you are here. I begin by taking a moment to acknowledge and thank our university and community leaders who are here this evening. You already heard from President Cauce, Provost Serio was here, our honorable regents. Thank you all for being with us this evening. The UW Foundation board members, UW Alumni Association board members, UW Retirement Association board members, chancellors, deans, vice presidents, and vice provosts, elected officials, our tribal leaders and members. Thank you for making it a priority to be here with us tonight. To our valued members serving on OMA&D's various advisory committees and boards, thank you for your continued dedication. Your presence this evening is deeply appreciated. A special note of gratitude to the members of the Friends of the Educational Opportunity Program Board. Your ongoing support and advocacy on behalf of OMA&D and our students make a meaningful difference, so thank you. Every year, I am filled with joy and gratitude, together with so many friends, colleagues, and champions of the OMA&D community. But this year feels different. I'm not just happy to be here, I need to be here. I need to be in community with people who value access and opportunity, especially as we face immense daily and at times hourly challenges to our work and the values we hold as a higher education community. These challenges often feel unprecedented because in many ways they are. The work we do, centered on diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging, is being questioned, threatened, and in some cases dismantled. I wish I could stand here before you tonight and promise that the work of OMA&D will remain untouched. But none of us has a crystal ball. Change is happening, and it will continue to happen in ways we cannot always predict. But here's what I can promise. We will persist. We will find a way. I emphasize we because this work is bigger than one person or one office. No matter how the landscape shifts, we remain steadfast in our commitment to ensure that education is accessible to those who have historically been denied it, and that once here, every student has an opportunity to realize their full academic potential. Our work is not temporary, it is not fragile, and no matter how hard some may try, it cannot and will not be erased. And in certain times, fear, division, or retreat can feel like the easiest responses. But I urge us to take another path. Let us lean into community. Let us reaffirm our shared purpose to ensure access, equity, opportunity, and success for students. Let us find strength in one another. We are not individuals moving along through difficult terrain. We are a collective, united by our belief in the transformative power of education and in the boundless potential of our students and community. Tonight, you will see a glimpse of that potential as we recognize students' excellence, celebrate community, and reflect on the impact we make when we invest in opportunity. Let this evening be a reminder of our purpose, For nearly 60 years, OMA&D has worked to increase access to higher education and promote success for students who face systematic barriers. Students who are first generation, economically disadvantaged, formerly in foster care, and underrepresented in higher education. The impact is undeniable. Our alumni include a U.S. poet laureate, judges, lawmakers, civil rights leaders, doctors, artists, educators, business executives, and more. This year alone, 23 of the Husky 100 are OMA&D affiliated students. Nationally, the graduation rate for students from similar backgrounds is about 42%. At OMA&D, thanks to holistic advising, academic coaching, mentoring, and programs that build community and belonging, our students graduate at a rate of 83%, double the national average. This success is a testament to our students' resilience and to the impact of our programs like the Educational Opportunity Program, the Instructional Center, the Champions Program, the Intellectual House, and the Samuel E. Kelly Ethnic Cultural Center, among many others. And none of this would be possible without the support of our broader community, including the regents, senior leadership, and dedicated partners like you. We do not do this work alone. To our sponsoring partners, thank you. Your commitment to standing with OMA&D tonight and throughout the year makes this evening and our continued support of students possible. And while I can't name every partner individually, I must offer a heartfelt thank you to three in particular. For over 20 years, the University of Washington Alumni Association has partnered with OMA&D to tell stories of resilience, achievement, and community throughout Viewpoint magazine. The latest edition highlights the impact of the Intellectual House and what's possible through support and belonging. Please check it out. I want to personally thank my colleague Paul Rucker, Vice President for Alumni and Stakeholder Engagement. Paul, your partnership has been a gift, and at a time when others stepped back, you and the Alumni Association stepped forward, increasing your support for students. I also want to express deep appreciation to the UW Retirement Association and the Tulalip Foundation, who proactively reached out to ask how they could support OMA&D and our students. Your generosity and commitment mean the world. Thank you. To all our celebration partners, we are honored by your generosity and inspired by your commitment to our shared values. Thank you for continuing with us on this journey. More than ever, we must move forward together. We must amplify one another's voices, support each other's efforts, and recommit ourselves to advancing diversity, equity, and inclusion and belonging, not only at this institution, but in society. Together, we must push back against attempts to erode free speech, academic freedom, and the rule of law. So let us move forward, not with resignation, but with resolve, not with fear, but with determination. Let us continue to learn, to teach, to serve, and to open doors, especially where others may try to close them. Together we are stronger. Together we will endure, because we must. Thank you. I have the great pleasure of introducing our second recognition scholar and the recipient of the 2025 Vice President's Achievement Award Scholar, Vanessa Perez. Vanessa, please join me on the stage. Vanessa's journey at UW has been marked by her dedication to public health and wellness and her passion for making a difference in our community. As a public health major, Vanessa has excelled academically, maintaining a strong GPA and making the Dean's List multiple times. Her involvement in the TRIO Student Support Services Program has been instrumental in her success, providing her with the guidance and resources needed to thrive as a first-generation college student. Her commitment to her career goals is evident in her participation in the Pre-Med Opportunities Club, where she has gained valuable experience, shadowing positions and solidifying her plans to enter the medical field. Vanessa's civic involvement is extensive. She has been an active member of the UW Dream Project, providing mentorship to middle and high school students in the Puget Sound area, helping them navigate post-secondary planning and college access. Her leadership extends to her role in the UW Muslim Student Association, where she has been involved since her high school, in the Muslim Student Association, where she has been involved since high school. And Vanessa's dedication to community service is further highlighted by her undergraduate research on student engagement, which aims to improve the experiences of marginalized communities. Vanessa has also been the captain of her community college women's soccer team, where she demonstrated exceptional organizational and motivational skills. Vanessa's ability to balance her academic, professional, and personal responsibilities while maintaining a high level of involvement in various organizations speaks to her resilience and determination. I am pleased to celebrate her and to give her the Vice President's Award. Well, thank you, Vanessa. That's right. Moving too quick. We have another special scholar that we would like to highlight and recognize this evening. And this isn't normally a part of the script, so that's why I forgot. President Cauce's brother, Cesar, was an activist and an organizer. His strong moral compass pointed towards equity, fairness, and justice. At a run-in with the Ku Klux Klan and American Nazi Party in North Carolina, Cesar Cauce was shot and killed in the infamous Greensboro Massacre in 1979. He was only 25 years old. Ana Mari Cauce established the Cesar Cauce Memorial Scholarship Fund in honor of her brother and all he stands for in life and in memory. It is my pleasure to welcome NOAA alum to the stage, this year's Cesar Cauce Recognition Scholar. A first-generation university student, NOAA has left an indelible mark on our Pacific Islander student community. He has served as a student ambassador through the Multicultural Outreach and Recruitment Program, advocating for prospective students from marginalized backgrounds across Washington State. As a peer mentor within the UW Brotherhood Initiative, NOAA helps those with the freshman cohort to adjust to life at the UW, connecting them with community internships and scholarship opportunities, and navigating college. In service to his community, NOAA belongs to the Polynesian Student Alliance and Micronesian Islands Club, both of which uplift Pacific Islander students through gatherings, scholarship resources, and connecting with aspiring Pacific Islander high school students. NOAA's focus on the future of our planet has led him to join the Burke Museum's Pacific Islander Research Family, focusing on the climate law and policy that makes impacts for Hawaii, New Zealand, and other regions within Oceania. He has also fostered cross-cultural bonds with students from indigenous backgrounds and practices through the First Nations at the University of Washington. Through these connections, NOAA embarked on a study abroad trip to New Zealand, where he presented research He's also been a part of the Living Breath Indigenous Food Sovereignty Symposium, which focuses on indigenous food practices. Noah's dedication to his community and the sustainability of our world through indigenous practices is not only impressive, but also a movement, one that I'm pleased to celebrate. So please join me in congratulating Noah, the 2025 Cesar Cauce Memorial Recognition Scholar.
Congratulations to Vanessa and Noah, and thank you, President Cauce. Before we move on to moving on with our dinner service, I want to tell you a little bit more about Najmo. I feel like you didn't get to hear her incredible story. She has had an incredible journey to the University of Washington, marked by resilience, academic achievement, and a deep commitment to community service. Despite struggling with mathematics since grade school, Najmo's determination led her to seek support through the TRIO Student Support Services and the UW Math Science Upward Bound program. Her perseverance paid off. She has made the Dean's List for 6 quarters. And maintained a very impressive GPA of 3.62. Beyond her academic achievements, Najmo has been a dedicated leader and advocate. She's been actively involved with the UW Muslim Student Association since high school. And at the UW, she continued her leadership by participating in the DREAM Project, where she mentored middle and high school students, helping them navigate post-secondary planning and college access. She explored undergraduate research on student engagement, further highlighting her commitment to truly understand and improve the experience of marginalized communities in higher education. Her aspiration is to become a social worker. And serve as a resource for African immigrant communities reflects her unwavering commitment to giving back and making a positive impact. Najmo's resilience, leadership, persistence, and dedication to social equity embodies the values of the University of Washington and serves as an inspiration to her peers in the broader community. Najmo, congratulations again on all of your achievements. Please just stand one more time so we can give you a huge round of applause. All right. Can we give another round of applause to Chapter 5 band? We love having live music and from such a talented band, and I have to say, Chapter 5's frontman, again, is a UW alumnus, David Booker. My old friend of X number of years that we don't ever speak about. We love having you all with us. Thank you so much for your support, Chapter 5 band. Thank you. Now I have the privilege of introducing 2 esteemed leaders from the Friends of the Educational Opportunity Board of Trustees. Please join me in welcoming President Barbara Lord McLean and Vice President Anthony Sanchez to the stage as they recognize the outstanding achievements of our student scholars. And now, we will present our 2025 Recognition Scholars with their awards. When your scholar crosses the stage, we encourage you to cheer for them. There are even shakers and pom-poms at your table. If you see those, feel free to wave those. The first scholar that we are welcoming is Angel Milan Aguilar. And that is the William P. and Ruth Gerberding Endowed EOP Scholar. Our next scholar is Brian Aguas, the Lydia Gonzalez Scholar. Next, we have Christina Zauo, the Millie Russell Scholar. Devin Gilbert, the Margot Wyckoff Distinguished Undergraduate Scholar. Elias Plaster, the Robert T. and Nancy J. Knight Undergraduate Scholar. Issa Saez, the Robert T. and Nancy J. Knight Undergraduate Scholar. Jamie Schluter, the UW Athletics Scholar. Justine Kaur, the Seymour Community Health Center United Healthcare of Washington Scholar. Jason Vaughn, the Emile Petrie Instructional Center Student Tutor Fund. Malia Collier, the Murray Petrie Baker and Rosebaugh Scholar. Michaela Sakuri, the Graduate Student Equity and Excellence Scholar. Tala Leili'i, the Opusi Gary D. Kimura Family Endowed EOP Scholar. And Victor Roman, this year's Del Rio Global Citizen Scholar. Please join me in congratulating all of this year's recognition scholars. Now let's welcome to the stage Dr. Therese Marr, Director of the Instructional Center, to share more about our incredible EOP students and their experience at the University of Washington.
Thank you. Hello, and thank you, Jeanette. Each year, the Educational Opportunity Program scholarship applicant pool is extremely competitive. We had so many amazing EOP scholarship applicants this year, which made the selection of tonight's recipients very difficult. For their academic and personnel accomplishments, as well as the many ways that positively impact and serve our community, I would like to celebrate all of the 2025 EOP scholars here in the room this evening. Congratulations to you, your families, and those who are here to support you. We know how important it is for our students to have a strong and diverse support system they can rely on. Thank you for the support you provide our scholars and for being here to witness their recognition and help to celebrate their achievements. Now we get the opportunity to learn more about some of these incredible students who were just here on stage. Please join me as we watch a short video. It is with great pleasure that I get to introduce Malia Collier as the student speaker for tonight's celebration. Malia is a dedicated and inspiring student who truly embodies the qualities of a scholar and a leader. All the instructors at the IC who have had the privilege of working with Malia consistently praise her for her exceptional academic performance and unwavering commitment to learning. Not only does she excel in her studies, but she truly demonstrates deep intellectual curiosity and has a genuine passion for knowledge. Hardworking and motivated, Malia approaches its challenges with resilience and enthusiasm, always striving for personal growth and academic success. Beyond her own achievements, she actively engages with all her peers, fostering a collaborative and supportive learning environment at the Instructional Center. As a volunteer biology and chemistry tutor, Malia generously dedicates her time to helping other students to navigate the most complex courses, ensuring that her classmates have access to the support that they need to thrive. More than just assisting with coursework, she provides encouragement, thoughtful guidance, and mentorship. And she has become an inspiring role model for academic excellence. I am thrilled to introduce to you this year's Murray Petrie Baker Rosebow Scholar and your student speaker, Malia Collier.
Good evening. Thank you everyone for coming tonight. I want to start by thanking the University of Washington and OMA&D for this amazing honor. I'd also like to thank my mom, my sister, my grandma, and my friends for their unwavering love, which has supported me throughout my journey. To start, I'd like to introduce myself in the way that I was raised and make my mother proud. My name is Miss Malia Leslie Collier. Growing up, I always knew that I saw big things for myself. I used to tell my family that I would be everything from an astronaut to a lawyer to the first Black female president of the United States. Some of those dreams have changed over time, but at the heart of it all, I always knew that whatever I did, I wanted to continue learning. For me, my higher education was not just a pathway to a career. It was a way to make a lifelong commitment to curiosity. After experiencing a summer high school research program, I knew that I wanted to go into scientific research. When I was accepted to the University of Washington, I was elated. When I began my freshman year, I promised myself that I would try everything at least once. On my first day on campus, I watched a movie shown by the Meetup Film Club and realized that I loved films more than I thought. I ate dinner at the Wesley Campus Ministry during my first week and found kinship amongst other queer students who hope to challenge the systems of oppression faced by many BIPOC and LGBTQ students. I've also since continued to conduct research in multiple labs studying hematology, oncology, and neurology. But my journey at the UW was by no means smooth. I initially struggled to balance the demands of my heavy class load and the separation of my family, which often made me feel overwhelmed and alone. After I failed my first chemistry exam during the fall quarter of my freshman year, I was crushed. Luckily, I was guided by my Education and Opportunity Program advisor, Katie Burns. He was instrumental in helping me navigate my challenges with networking, class scheduling, and accessing resources. But most importantly, he directed me to the Instructional Center, one of OMA&D's life-changing resources. The Instructional Center tutors have been an invaluable resource for my educational and personal growth. They are all extremely knowledgeable in their fields, and above all, they make me feel heard. With their support, I have become equipped with the skills to succeed in my classes, even if they increase in difficulty, and even share my knowledge to help others succeed. The Instructional Center has always been a safe environment where I can be myself and connect with other science-focused students of color during the few free moments I have in my busy days. Their ambition motivates me to keep going, especially since I don't often see myself represented as a Black woman in the microbiology field. At the Instructional Center, I have found not just an educational resource, but a community that truly inspires me. I go there to study and laugh and cry. With the guidance and support from my peers and other OMA&D resources, I have become resilient, and I'm now ready to handle whatever is thrown at me, both inside the classroom and out. Currently, I find myself in a position I never dreamt that I would be in. I am a microbiology major researching Parkinson's disease. I serve as a film reviewer for the UW Film Club, sit on the executive board for the Wesley Campus Ministry, and have recently begun volunteering at the Instructional Center, helping other students with biology. My time at UW has taught me that every celebration, association, and conversation that we engage in is never without reciprocation. We carry pieces of each other with us. And while I am a student, I am also a teacher. So today I thought that I would show gratitude to all of the educators in my communities who have formed me into the individual that I am now. As an act of giving back to the Commonwealth, I wish to share some of the knowledge I've gained. I have learned that we truly contain multitudes, that we hold so much life within us and around us that the distinction often becomes an unrecognizable blur. That we are not what the systems of oppression say about us, think about us, or do to us. That our lives, dreams, and ambitions are not up to the interpretations of others, but can only be found within ourselves. It is through belonging to communities that we as individuals can come together to make something greater. That's why the Office of Minority Affairs and Diversity exists, what we celebrate today. I hope that during this time of economic turmoil, persisting societal injustice, and declining access to education, that you now turn to your neighbor and realize how much you can learn from one another. I ask you to continue to support the students who are working hard to create a world in which everyone feels like they belong. Thank you so much, and I hope that everyone has a great rest.
Story with us here tonight. You were amazing. Let's give her one more round of applause. I don't know about you, but I am so moved by these students, and I'm reminded of all the reasons our community supports the OMA&D EOP scholars and program. Before we begin the fundraising portion of the evening, I want to share the impact you make by giving to EOP. Your presence here in this room is a testament to the dedication of this community, to the educational advancement and success of OMA&D students now and in the future. We are asking you to take one step further in your show of support for these incredible students and open your hearts to financially invest in our studies, hopes, and aspirations to change the world. And make no mistake, they are already changing the world, and they will continue to change the world. Over my time with OMA&D, I've had the privilege to see the impact we are having on the lives of our talented students. I think back to scholars from celebrations past and things that they have accomplished, I think about the ones who graduated and in turn come back to give to EOP and invest more for the next generation than they received as students. And I think about the young people who have the talent to achieve, but face barriers that limit their access and opportunity. So I invite you to join together tonight in investing in the futures of not just the students we are here with tonight, but to invest in the next generation of leaders and change makers who have shown us over and over again what they can do with the support we offer them. OMA&D reaches 1 in every 4 undergraduate students on campus, providing connections, support, and opportunities for students who are pursuing their goals. The Educational Opportunity Program is a game changer for student success in every corner across the university, from creative writing to health sciences to engineering, and you've heard that directly from a lot of our students this evening. EOP provides support to, through, and beyond the university to transform our communities and our industries. From scholarships to advising to emergency support, referrals, career development, and access to vital resources like the Instructional Center and the Samuel E. Kelly Ethnic Cultural Center, and so much more. This is foundational support students can rely on to navigate the university, make the most of their experience, and reach their academic goals. Last year, EOP counselors received 15,465 student visits from over 4,562 unique students. Let's give that a round of applause. That is incredible. And that represents a significant increase over prior years. So in terms of return on investment, we can say without a doubt that our contributions go far to reach more students and create a better university experience when we give together. So tonight, in just a moment, we ask that you give from your heart and, if possible, stretch and give more than you had planned. Every bit goes a long way to advancing equitable access to education today and in the future. So at this time, I would like to introduce our fabulous fundraising duo this evening, auctioneer Sasha Summer Husino, and Assistant Vice Provost of Academic and Student Affairs, Tamitha Blake. Everyone,
All right, friends, it is time for an energetic gear shift.
all right. I know we've been sitting for a while, so we need to shake it out. Go ahead and do that. The Friends of EOP have been working hard throughout the year to support OMA&D's efforts to sustain and develop a national model of student services. Please join me as we welcome back to the stage to introduce the 2025 OMA&D Spark Award recipient, Vice President for Minority Affairs and Diversity, and University Diversity Officer, Ricky Hall.
Thank you all. Last year, I announced the addition of a new OMA&D Community Award, the Spark Award. In a moment, we will watch a video where we will learn more about this award and more about a recipient. But first, I want to thank those who helped this recognition come to be. As I shared last year, the idea for this award came about during a meeting I had with Regent Tamaki, his daughter Brianna Tamaki, Larry Gossett, and Emil Petrie. As I reflected on how impressed I was with Brianna, it led me to think about all the amazing students and recent graduates I know who have done so much to change our campus for the better and are making a difference in their communities and across the country. Brianna and I later spoke about this new award, and she agreed to help me draft the proposal that was presented to the FEOP board. Brianna is with us tonight. Please join me in thanking her for being such a change maker herself. I also want to thank the members of our community who submitted thoughtful nominations. We received some incredible nominations, and each highlighted more and more of the many different ways in which recent UW alumni are already making an impact. This summer, we will be opening the nominations again for the 2026 Spark Award. I hope each of you will consider putting forward an early career change maker from your circle who inspires you and others through their contributions. Now I have the privilege to announce the Spark Award recipient, Deanna Betancourt Macias. Please join me as we watch a short video featuring Deanna.
I got to watch that video alongside you all, so I was just back here crying. Good evening. I'm deeply honored and humbled to be receiving the Spark Award tonight. I want to begin by thanking my sisters, who you also saw in the video, and who are here with me tonight. Your strength, love, and belief in me have carried me to this moment. To my incredible wife, thank you for being my anchor, my partner, and my source of support. To my sister from another mister, Cristal, for being, we actually met at UW our freshman year, was my first friend that I made at UW and has continued to support me. And to my loved ones who are here with me tonight, your presence means everything, thank you. In times like these, I'm reminded that many of my identities are under attack. As a Latina, as an undocumented immigrant, as a lesbian woman, as a fierce advocate against the genocides that are happening in Palestine, Sudan, and Congo. And while that truth can be heavy, it only deepens my commitment to this work. It's especially meaningful to be back in the place where I first found my voice, where I met the friends who would become my village and fellow organizers, who gave me the knowledge, the tools, and courage to become the advocate I am now. Shout out to MECHA, the ECC community, OMA&D, SUPER, and the student organizers fighting to make UW a better place for all students. Now more than ever, our collective efforts matter. As I look out in this room, I see a powerful community of dreamers, doers, and change makers. But even as we push forward, I want to remind us we don't do this alone. We move further, shine brighter, and heal deeper when we move together. In both struggle and celebration, it is our community, our village, that sustains us. So let's stay rooted in one another, because at the end of the day, we got we. Thank you to my village. I share this honor with you. Thank you.
Let's give her one more round of applause. Thank you, Deanna. I would like to invite the president of the FEOP Board of Trustees, Barbara Lord McLean, to join me on stage. And now for our Legacy Award. This one going to a community member who has demonstrated a lifetime commitment for advancing diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging in their own community at the UW and beyond.
Thank you, Ricky, and good evening, everyone. First, I want to say how grateful we are that Jeanette James agreed to lend us her time and talent and service our constituents. And now for tonight's Legacy Award. The Odegaard Award is named for the late UW president, Dr. Charles E. Odegaard. Each year, the Friends of the Educational Opportunity Program Board present this award to an individual, couple, or group whose commitment to diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging furthers Dr. Odegaard's vision from 57 years ago to create opportunities for underserved and underrepresented populations. A long list of community leaders has received this distinguished award since 1973. This year's recipient of the Odegaard Award, Angela King, exemplifies the essence of this award in her groundbreaking leadership in communications and in her service to the University of Washington community.
Angela King's career as a leading voice in the Pacific Northwest spans over 3 decades. Her fearless journalism has brought critical issues to light, earning her numerous accolades, including Emmy Awards and recognition from the Society of Professional Journalists. Angela's commitment to diversity and inclusion extends beyond her professional work. She has been a mentor to UW students and a longtime advocate for OMA&D, serving as our MC for annual celebration for at least over a decade and probably more. I've been here for a decade, so she's been here before me. Angela moved to Washington in 1989 to attend the University of Puget Sound, later transferring to UW, where she engaged with OMA&D's Educational Opportunity Program and pursued a double major in broadcast journalism and American ethnic studies. Her academic journey, coupled with her experiences as a young mother, shaped her passion for storytelling and advocacy. Angela King's investigative reporting has been instrumental in educating the public about the complexities of white supremacy, racial justice, and representation. Her first interview with civil rights activist Angela Davis marked the beginning of her fearless pursuit of truth. King's work has not only informed but has also inspired change. Angela King's contributions have left an indelible mark on the University of Washington and our broader community through her leadership, commitment, and generous contributions of time and talent. Please join me as we learn more about Angela King from a short video.
As a professional journalist for the past 3 decades, I'm used to seeing my name in the byline, not the headlines. But it's been shown up there lately. Angela King to receive the Charles E. Odegaard Award. Me? Really? Who am I? I am no Leonard Forsman, Suquamish tribe chairman and last year's Odegaard Award recipient. I am not Frankie Ragon, who won the award the previous year and co-founded the International District Community Health Center, a beloved member of the OMA&D family who passed away last year. I wasn't a history maker like the 1968 Black Student Union, like Neil Petrie, former King County Councilman Larry Gossett, all of the individual recipients of the same esteemed honor. It was their sit-in, as you've heard tonight, at the then President Charles Odegaard's office that led to the creation of the Office of Minority Affairs and Diversity. I mean, we're talking about real movers and shakers. Community, political leaders, activists, scholars, judges. I'm just a journalist who has spent the past 30 years waking up at, yes, between 1 and 2 every morning. So the show should be really interesting tomorrow morning, as my entire crew is here as well. You never knew Peggy Lozelle was so entertaining. But I am a humbled newscaster who also gets to stay up past 8 o'clock at least one night of the year to join you for celebration. And it was in that specific recollection, that moment of reflection, of personal longing to justify why am I receiving this award, that a very simple answer came to me. It was one that was instilled in me from childhood. Sometimes the most important thing you can be is there. It was something that was made very clear to me earlier this year, specifically January 7th. That was the night the Eaton fire erupted in my hometown and took with it 14,000 acres, hundreds of businesses, thousands of homes, among them my Aunt Valerie's, dozens of friends, extended family, so many left behind with nothing except the memories of what Altadena used to look like. And someone's posted on social media, if you've moved out of the area, come home and help. Okay, but how? I mean, what can I do? I'm here in Seattle. Well, do what you've done for 30 years. What you and your fellow KUOW journalists do. Tell the story, connect, inform the public, except this time I got to pour my heart, my passion, my personal story into my profession. It was a precious moment in my career. Now, I grew up loving to listen to stories. Some really cool ones are about my family members. One of my favorites is how I first saw my partner, my old man of 30 years, who's had to deal with my uncomfortable work hours. I saw saw him on an episode of Oprah. It was an episode where widowers were being auctioned off to interested single women. I was married at the time, so couldn't be too interesting. By the way, his name is JR. A lot of you know him in this room. He's here every year by my side. Oh, he's over there somewhere. There he is. Okay, so get this. When Oprah, save your applause, because you might go, oh gosh. When Oprah asked him what kind of woman he was looking for, he said, you, to Oprah. Okay, I'm sitting here watching this man hit on Oprah, and I'm thinking, look at this fool trying to get with Oprah. And I wound up with him. So, JR, thank you for who you are. Thank you for being there for me. Yeah. I love you, and I hope you know that. Another great story that I love to tell is the one of my great-great-uncle, Francis. He went by Hall Johnson. He was born in 1888 and listened to his mother and grandmother sing the Negro spirituals they learned when they themselves were slaves. He would grow up and form the Hall Johnson Choir, featured in old Hollywood movies like Cabin in the Sky and Disney classics like Dumbo and Snow White. He also became known as a godfather, so to speak, of the Negro spiritual, putting pen to paper, cataloging and arranging for history's sake the songs his mother and grandmother sang to him, forever giving voice to the oral tradition of our ancestors. Then there was my grandmother, my granny, Laura Amelia Bias, a little itty-bitty black woman in her 20s, who was there when her country needed her during World War II. One of 855 women who made up an Army battalion lots of people have recently learned about, the 688. I never knew of my granny's service until after she died. I never talked to her. All I knew was my granny made the best honey and peanut butter sandwiches on earth. Then there was my grandfather's closest friend. We called him Uncle Mac, an accomplished track star who you might have seen in old newsreels and sports reels. He won the Olympic silver gold medal in the 200-meter dash during the 1936 Berlin Games. Only 0.4 of a second behind Olympic gold medalist Jesse Owens. Now, at one point, I needed someone to interview for a high school project, and my mom said, interview Uncle Mac. He didn't hesitate. My Uncle Mac was there for me. Now, all of these folks set incredibly high bars, but their accomplishments were never held over my head. No insistence that I be like them, no sense of extortion, but oh, you better believe there was always an expectation to do your best and to take care of your business. It's something my grandparents exemplified, my aunts, my extended family, but most importantly, my mother. She raised me on 134 West Hurlbut Street, apartment 6, a single parent for several years, both mom and dad, who never let on at any moment how hard things were at times. There's never been a moment when my mother wasn't there. She is my rock, my foundation, and I adore her with all my heart. I even found out she was there for me when I found myself in her same situation at the age of 19, pregnant and wanting to finish school. As you heard in the video, she asked me, what are you going to do? Would I have to? I have to find a way to make this work. Well, little did I know at the time how much that moment shaped me. Nor did I know how vital the someone I was about to meet in about 9 months. He would be the reason why I am here today. I do not know where I would be without my son, Taylor, who probably right now is thinking to himself, oh gosh, she's gonna cry. I'm holding it together. But Taylor, you are my motivation. You are my hero. I am so proud of you. The boy who sat on my lap when I had to study and was reading by age, 2.5? Thanks to tutoring from Uncle Hugh. The patient son who sometimes had to sleep on the newsroom floor because mom had to work Christmas Eve or New Year's Day. to pursue her career. He is now a magnificent man and father. I would not be here without you. And I hope you know that. Don't even yet. Okay. And one thing my son has learned is that we would not be where we are if it were not for the University of Washington, the Office of Minority Affairs and Diversity, the Educational Opportunity Program, taking a chance on us like they've done for so many other students and their families. All of these institutions were there for people who otherwise might have been written off and their potential lost in silence. To quote a high school dropout who became an Odegaard recipient himself, my dear friend Nelson Del Rio said in his acceptance speech of this honor in 2010, "Opportunity brings equality, social equity, and justice." And here we all are in this room, believing in what Nelson said. We are here in this moment of political polarization, this time in history, which doesn't always repeat itself, but often rhymes. I know my Uncle Hall, I know my granny, I know my Uncle Mac, I know my grandparents on both sides of the family, called some pretty dreadful names back in the day. But now some of those names have been replaced by others, people taking swipes, trying to dismiss the success of some students and professionals, calling them DEI, with an insinuation that you just can't miss. Again, an attempted swipe and not so subtle substitute for a more demeaning moniker. But yes, I, like so many people, students, scholars in the room, friends, my grandparents, my mom, we are DEI. Diversity, equity, inclusion, but also duly exceptional indeed, despite extenuating incidents, despite economic inequalities. So don't even infer, downplay, excuse, or imply they're deficient, excusable, if you don't even inquire about who they really are. With this question, the same one my mom asked me when I was 19 years old. What are you going to do? Right now, right here. Be there, like you are right now, like you've been for me, like you've been for these students, like the university, the OMA&D, EOP have been there for all of us. There in the moment, there for the opportunity, and there for some. I thank you all. Thank you for sticking around. I know it's been a long night, but it's been such a pleasure to enjoy this moment with all of you, my family. Thank you so much.
Family, we've reached the home stretch. Congratulations once again, Angela King and Diana Betancourt-Macias and our recognition scholars. Thank you to Armand Dagrar and Joshua Kala and our University of Washington Alumni Association, Pepsi, and all of our generous partners. A big thank you to the folks who helped us out tonight and the band, Chapter 5, Off the Res, Hardcastle AV, our events team, and the Hub. Thank you too for being with us. I do have an update on how much we raised tonight. We raised $149,150. And in the spirit of what are you going to do, I know somebody's going to hit that QR code and help us get over $150,000 because we're almost there. Do the math. We're almost there. We're at 149,150, so we just have a little bit to go. Is that right, Nate? You got it? All right. Thank you. There we go. If you don't ask, you won't get it. So thank you so much. back next year, so please be sure to mark your calendar for May 20th, 2026. Have a good night, everybody.